Hey guys, so people ask me all the time, why I do it, why I do YouTube, why I'm always like, doing my videos and doing the things I like to do. And the question is because of the people that you meet, the people that you interact with, the people that you collaborate with. You know, like last night, pure example, we had three guys. We got together, we start talking. Before we know it, we enjoy ourselves. Doing a little video for you guys. Being able to live in this country, being able to defend this country, is amazing. And I gotta tell you guys, please smash the like button on that video, and then listen to three crazy guys at 12 o'clock midnight after working 10 hours, and I worked 17 hours, no 18 hours that day. The things that matters to us today, or yesterday. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look at what we record.
I've done this before.
So
welcome to the depot,
welcome to the depot. We're back here.
the nondescript depot that we never can name.
you guys won't even realize how crazy is this setup right now.
Yeah.
Can you get a little closer, because
Well, it's the new world.
It's so wide. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just random shit everywhere. So why not just make your own, right? Anyway, so what do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, the first thing we need to talk about is the situation in Puerto Rico,
Right.
with the president. I think the president is full of shit. And that he's not delivering the goods, so he needs to be delivering, and he's gonna have a different opinion.
Right. Well, I look at it this way. To play politics with people's lives, it happens all the time, every time. It's absolutely predictable. However, in this situation, there is evidence that the government has actually the government of Puerto Rico has restricted supplies being sent to the actual population in Puerto Rico. And you can look into that yourself.
So you're talking about the truck drivers, yeah?
Well, not necessarily. The mayor of San Juan, for example,
Yeah.
right? She's a big Hillary supporter, and Puerto Rico helped get Trump elected.
Yeah,
we know
that's
that.
right,
I mean,
that's right.
it wouldn't have made any big difference in the actual electoral college.
Yeah.
But Puerto Rico did go for Trump, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, yeah.
So the mayor of San Juan, the capital city, has politicized this. This is literally going back almost 2 weeks, and basically they're trying to create the facade that FEMA is not assisting or helping the people there. As of now, from what I understand, about 80% of Puerto Rico is still without power. So information is being transferred via the mail service, right? The mailmen down there. And that's how information is getting around. Hey, how you doing? Have a good night.
So I talked to my mother today, first time since the whole year.
And she's okay?
And she's okay, but she told me that the only thing that her town, the town that we used to live, that I used to live back home, they just delivered water to them.
That's it.
Water, like
You're gonna fucking eat leaves and water, huh?
four boxes of water.
That is fucking horrible.
I mean, the people are sending millions of dollars and millions and millions of dollars, and
how's it gonna be allocated? Yeah.
how the money is allocated. Let me tell you something. But you know what's going to happen in Puerto Rico? The same thing that happened with Hugo, the same thing that happened with the Department of the HIV, the AIDS. You know what I'm talking about? These motherfuckers are going to steal their fucking money, and guess what? In 5 years, there's going to be a big, this is where the money went. Of course, because we're going to elect somebody else. Of course, most likely, likely the mayor of San Juan is going to run for governor, and she will be elected.
Right.
And then that's when she's going to come out and say, oh yeah, the Republican Party
denied people in distress
money,
US territory,
and they stole all the money.
Right.
Guys, this is live right here. She has some kind of burn.
You can't fake that shit.
There's some kind of burn on that car.
Yeah, but hey, it's paid for, right?
Yeah.
This is paid for.
Oh yeah,
this
is
only 5% of all people that have their car on the road actually own their fucking cars. Everybody else is on borrowed shit.
That's crazy.
Myself included.
That's crazy.
But no, you're absolutely right. And the key point is that they will get away with it, whoever steals all that money. I can make a video about it. I can make a video about a lot of shit, about how the Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, which was given access by the Obama administration to be the center point for all the aid to help out. 250,000 Haitians died in that fucking earthquake. Their country destroyed.
Yeah.
It's an imprisoned island. That there's certain areas of the planet that are just geographically cursed, and Afghanistan is one of them because of where it's located. Anyway, that money is all gone. She was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night, okay, and I don't watch that fucking guy's show, right?
You know,
I
he's
can't
funny.
stand it.
He's funny. He's funny. He
But
makes
if
some
he
good
wants
jokes.
to take away your right to bear arms, how funny is that?
That's not funny.
Sorry, and it ain't gonna happen, by the way. So, she actually brought up Haiti as a reason to criticize the Puerto Rican response.
Yes.
When the Clinton Foundation, the crime syndicate that is known as the Clinton Foundation, bilked those impoverished people out of billions of dollars, nobody even knows. 14 billion, 10 billion. When you get into those numbers, does it even matter? They didn't get the fucking money. So you even have activists in Haiti calling the Clintons crooks, right? Calling them, what they are, really. And the fact of the matter is that when it came down to this whole thing that they're still pushing, the whole racist thing with Trump and everything, I want to say it straight out because I like to speak in plain spoken English. It's a character flaw. It's actually a problem. It hasn't benefited me much. But I want to point out that Haitians are black people. So when it comes to racism in America and the continuing dialogue, who's more racist, Trump or the Clintons that stole billions of dollars from impoverished black people? Who? So you just think about that for a second. So point being, she used that as an excuse or a reason to criticize Trump with her smirking, fucking smiling ass, right? Her fucking batshit smile. And we'll get into that a little bit later on. Because she's not going away yet. No. I knew she wasn't just going to disappear into the moonlight.
No.
But anyway, back to that shit. The Puerto Rican situation, we're not on the ground there, so we can't testify to anything. I'll take his mother's word over anything I read in the news in her situation. But from what I've read, that there are reports that aid is there, it's simply not getting to the people. And so obviously the question is why. Another thing, this is important, because we make a video about this before, and of course people just throw it out right. Yeah. I look at it as old news, and other people look at it as conspiracy theory. My opinion of their opinion is they're not fucking well read enough. They just don't know. They don't know, they haven't done any research. Bottom line, 3.5 million people. If there may be a certain percentage of that population, right? This all bleeds into what we were just talking about, that may actually leave and go to Florida. Now, Florida helped get Trump elected, right? So if you have that injection of population leaning towards the Democratic Party, and they already have the right to vote, and they're sold a bill of goods on the Trump administration not saving their island, what do you think is going to happen when Trump runs again?
Yeah, 2018.
They're trying to demographically alter the 2020 election.
So this could be a tactic from the Democratic Party,
Well, just the controllers in general, whoever they may be. But so you have to think about that their demographics are a weapon. Immigration, legal or illegal, is a weapon. It's been used throughout. Invasions. It used to be more blunt and obvious. These days, it's a little different. They bring in people with welfare, and then they let them have kids and that kind of shit, right?
And let me explain.
You know what I'm talking about.
Let me explain a little bit how this might work, and then I think this is the way it's going to work. But what they can use is by controlling these people, they will margin them to those specific areas. Yeah. For example, they will say, to the people of Puerto Rico, if you want to come to the United States, you can go to these states, these states, and these states,
basically.
And then you don't have to transfer your benefits. Everything will come with you,
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you go to this other state, then you need to reapply. So that will force those
certain areas,
those individuals to move into specific areas.
It's geographic gerrymandering. That's exactly what you just described.
How you call it? It's margin. You margin these people to these
it's
areas.
Gerrymandering. Yeah, basically.
Gerrymandering,
But it's reverse gerrymandering, if you want to put it that way. You're absolutely right, and that's one of the outcomes because they keep putting this on. Now, so much shit is going on right now that it's almost a backstory, right? Yep. It's almost something that people aren't paying attention to in the United States. Fucking super volcano rumbling, You got oh my God, it is fucking crazy. You got Vegas, you got all this shit going on at the same time, so it kind of gets buried in the news cycle. They're flying bombers over the Korean Peninsula,
right now,
doing test runs. So, but it is important because they are our countrymen. They are our you know, they're our fellow citizens. You know, and that's important. As a nationalist like myself, not a, you know, in a negative context. Should we stop talking?
Yeah, sure. Think about it. On the 60s, and this is on the books. You can just read that on, you know, any books from the 60s. You used to graduate from high school with a trade. You know, either a plumber, electrician, welder, things like that. Yeah.
Right.
But then the government, you know, both Republican and Democratic Party, they start taking those away from people. So now you need to go to college if you want to get, you know, one of these trades. Yeah. And then what's going to happen? Then you're going to have to borrow money from the government. You're going to have to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm trying to get is it's as simple as if you want to make something out of yourself, you need to
get a camera and film fucking videos in a parking lot. That's what you got to do.
You need to think outside the box, and then you need to do what you have to do.
Right.
In a different setup.
All right, we'll talk about more later.
And Lover, what's your name?
Hey, Tucker is back with us
Are we in the
directly from the depot. Yeah, everybody is so excited about the blog, guys. So welcome back to the Picasso Effect. Here, your man Ron, Rick, and Tucker. So we will be talking today about things that we've seen in the news. Okay.
Right.
For example, the situation in Puerto Rico. Ron is going to bring. He's going to bring some subjects about Haiti and what he calls, and I quote, how you call the Clinton what?
Oh, the Clinton crime syndicate. Yeah.
The Clinton crime syndicate. Close quote.
Their marriage is a marriage of
It's
convenience. They're a mafia, right? I mean, he's a serial rapist. She's a dyke. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I don't know what else to say. You know, I like to speak in plain spoken language. But they're married as a crime couple. You understand? That's what they do. That's all they do.
So
commit crime.
So we call that place the depot. Nobody knows that's the depot. Why are we getting so late from the depot today? Do you know?
Because of me.
Corporate tomorrow.
Corporate tomorrow.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be here long after they're gone, so they have nothing to fear. Won't cause any disruption. Yeah, seriously. But yeah, we basically just make videos and talk about
Anything.
current events. Yeah, you know, that kind of shit. And he's got his mom in Puerto Rico. He's from Puerto Rico. It's a U.S. territory. You know, they're our country folk. They're just like someone from New Hampshire.
Are you Republican or Democrat?
More so Republican now.
Okay.
I used to be
Because
Democrat.
if he's a Democrat, he'll be.
Well,
he will be a blur, and everything he said will be like wow.
In high school, it seemed reasonable, and then I got smarter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
you learn.
That's all we gotta do, man.
Yeah, I converted my ex, but not to republicanism, but just baseline
Straight.
rational thinking. I don't know.
You convert her? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Happy?
She can't convert me to Islam, but I can convert her to rationality. It's odd. But anyway, you can't win an argument based on emotions. You actually have to win it.
You have to think about it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for the people that disagree, the conservative viewpoint tends to be more reflective of reality.
Yeah.
You know, and the world we live in.
So as we know, I'm not the first one, you know, talking about it, but I've been on YouTube. We've been on YouTube for about 10 plus years.
I'm a hardened veteran on YouTube. I just don't have any evidence of it.
Yeah. So and that's fine. That's fine. You know, our viewers, they believe us. One of the things I want to bring to you guys is I saw a video the other day. Philip DeFranco, you know, the mama of YouTube is complaining about some shit that is happening on YouTube.
YouTube is coming down on him too, right?
Yeah, Blondie, Dave Dugdale, just name it. Casey Neistat, he put a video. And you know who Neistat is? Casey is the golden boy of YouTube, you know, with 10.5 million subscribers. Where one of the videos that he put out there, where he stated at the beginning and at the end of the video that all the proceeds, to include the proceeds from the advertisers that he received for that video, they will go straight to the victims of Las Vegas. And YouTube demonetized the video.
Ooh,
They demonetized the video on Casey Neistat, yeah. But now this is the case. Jimmy Kimmel, our friend, and
gun grabbing Jew from Hollywood. I'll just say it, man.
It's, well, our friend,
It is what it is. Not
Jimmy,
Jewish, right?
you know, so what he did is he did the same thing, but his video is still on. To include that he was the video was the #1 trending for a whole week, receiving over 10 million views.
He was crying his eyes out.
Advertisers were going on. The Clinton organized
Crime syndicate.
was, I'm pretty sure they put a couple $1 million into that situation.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
now we asking YouTube, are you censoring people like they did to our friend Ron here?
Yeah.
I mean-
I'll get into that. I swear to God, I'll flesh it out.
Pick and shoot some pigs.
It's important.
We want to. We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk
No,
about
we
it
don't
right
want to
now.
get off topic.
Yeah, but yeah, let's
It's
stay
what's
on it.
happening now that
It's
is
crazy.
important.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But the censorship of the Vegas videos of showing, let's just talk about it because you brought up Vegas. These other people, I'll take an eyewitness testimony, I'll take cell phone footage over anything that they say in the mainstream media. And that includes the Las Vegas Police
You
Department.
got a chance to watch the video?
So they are literally out in the open, outright censoring videos and change their algorithm for more authoritative sources, mainstream media, lies, to have higher search engine rankings in those search. I mean, they're still there. They're not all delisted, but some of them are, and they've been kind of suffocated. We talked about that one video, 1.1 million views in 24 hours. Okay, because people give a shit. They actually care. And YouTube, they didn't take down the video, but they changed it so it wouldn't show up in those results. Now the videos a lot of them are still out there, but the point is that if you have any information or differing viewpoint in general that does not fall in line, conspiracy theory, fake news, that's a big one. And so they just want to blot out everything and just run with the story. It's like a Hail Mary, even though the fucking runner runs out of bounds like 5-6 times. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. They're going to get the touchdown. So they're going to go with their official story, and it's mind-boggling. It's mind-numbing. It makes me not even want to do YouTube. But there are other platforms that will emerge as a result of this type of censorship.
Something else that we got to tell about YouTube is now we have this site called Patreon. Yeah. Now YouTube prevents you from putting a
I didn't know that
Patreon link anywhere on those videos.
You're not getting
Anywhere on the
forwarded.
videos, so you cannot try to send your subscribers to another website. But before we continue, when you watch, I'm sure when you watched the video of Vegas for the first time, what was your reaction? I mean,
Chilling.
just talk to us.
Yeah.
You were just chilling, just looking at it.
No, like chilling, like
Chilling.
sketchy, like
watching
holy
people
crap,
get
what's
gunned down
happening?
while they're
Because
watching.
I watched it like I stay up till 5 or 6 in the morning, so I was watching it like hour after it happened or something.
America
like,
was
when
watching.
it
The world was
America
watching.
That was sleeping, I guess.
Right.
But could not believe it. That's just ridiculous. Just raining down from cover. No
Right.
chance. Everyone's ducking when they should be running, but they don't know it's from the hotel. They probably think it's just level
Right,
somewhere,
and
so
some
they're
son of a
trained to
bitch-
get down.
And some son of a bitch in the crew, not to interrupt you, they turn the stage lights on to show the
Oh.
audience so they're easier to hit. Who
But
the
then
fuck
when the
did
EMTs
that?
were helping, they turned them all off so they couldn't see the winds.
So he knows. He knows that they're. So the whole reason, I don't want to interrupt you, right? You got your airtime, but you seem like I said, this situation they cannot hide from. They cannot run from. There are so many different corroborating witnesses. You got all those people that are getting out of the hospital slowly. Guy claims he's got ballistics in his body that prove that he received a direct shot on a ground level. Okay, and some of these people are going to get fucking whacked.
Yeah.
They're going to get killed because they stood up and they spoke out. I'm telling you now, though, it doesn't matter. They're going to run with it. They're just going to fucking discredit themselves more and more and more, but they're still running with it. Separation of the elite. Why are they coming down to alternative media so hard? Because of that. You understand? They're separating. They're the priest class. They know what the truth is. Fuck what you say. Fuck all the people that got shot. That's their attitude, right? That's exactly what they're doing.
I'm gonna bring up one simple point to this. I was in the army for 15 years. I can say that I'm an expert when it comes to weapons. And then when I saw the pictures of the supposed to be shooter, all the weapons I saw they're magazine fed, okay, and the police say that those weapons were automatic or converted to be automatic. Yeah. So now
Allegedly.
when you shoot a magazine fed weapon, if you know the lingo I'm using, magazine fed weapon, Okay, gas operated. You know what I'm talking about.
A platform machine gun?
Those machine guns are the rate of fire is super fast. I mean, you can shoot 600 bullets per minute, magazine fed, AK-47s, you know, AR-15s. But when I was listening to the video, I'm sure you know, it sounded like it was a belt fed, 400 rounds per minute. I mean, I just like an M249, just like an M240 Bravo, it just sounded clack 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 clack. That's when it's magazine when it's belt fed. But when it's magazine fed, gas operated, you will hear that going ta 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 ta, super much faster than. So that's one of the things that I haven't talked about it. I've seen a couple of things on the news, but I really think that there's another shooter somewhere.
At least one.
At least.
That you have police scanning. This is the shit they can't get rid of. This is from the police. Recording of shooters halfway up the building in the center, 5th, 4th floor, muzzle flashes to corroborate their scanners that they're trying to pretend didn't happen, and reports of a shooter on the ground at gate 7. Okay, which is, you know, you'd have to look at the, you know the diagram there, but you have these people. There are some people that say there were 5 shooters. You have people shooting at the Bellagio. You got people shooting at Caesar's Palace. There's fucking reports of a shooting at Aria and people running for their fucking lives. So that guy's either Superman, he has the metaphysical ability to bilocate and be in multiple locations at once, or they're fucking lying to you. You pick. So the bottom line is, this guy's an expert on ballistics. We just see what we see, and we don't buy it. I'm telling you that it doesn't matter. They're continuing to march with this bullshit fucking one shooter story. Maybe the guy was involved. I look at that fucking photo in that room, it looks fake. Staged. That's a better word. It's fucking staged. Okay, the guy's like, you can see his feet. There's the guy and there's the magazine. It is so and he's got a little note. Oh, what was on the note? And it turns into a mystery. They did this bullshit with 9/11. Do you remember the 19th hijacker? They're supposed to be the 20th hijacker. So they created this whole little meme, and then there were 2 20th hijackers. So what they do is they appeal to that drama in people's minds to try to divert them away from what actually occurred. Who was the 19th or 20th hijacker? Who was it? And then they pick up one later and they say, well, he wasn't. I forget the guy's name. And then they pin it on Zacarias Moussaoui, right? And say he was the 20th hijacker. And so that's what they're doing with this situation, is they're trying to spin it into, was it Antifa, was it ISIS? We don't know what the fuck happened. We know that they're lying. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it was an arms deal that went bad, covering up a Fast and Furious type operation in the Southwest United States. My theory is MS-13 was involved. I'm probably gonna get whacked because I said that.
Well.
So bottom line is that we don't know what the fuck happened. They're not telling us the truth, okay? So I'll take eyewitness accounts. If somebody got killed at Caesars or Bellagio or Aria, right? There was also a report on the police scanner of a shooting at Bally's. You know, Bellagio's right across the street. Right? I used to live in Vegas. I lived there for 4 years.
That's why,
I'm not an expert.
That's why he's talking to you like, yeah, well, I know what's going on.
Generally speaking, you know, is that what we're hearing and what they're selling us, a bill of goods, I ain't fucking buying it. And those are people that were murdered while they were just enjoying their lives. There's a woman who works here. I won't say any names, no identification. She knows someone who got killed down there, because it's a small world when it comes to Vegas. I ran into people I used to fucking work with when I moved from Sacramento on the Strip, walking down the fucking Las Vegas Strip. Oh my God, you know? It happened a couple times, I'm not gonna exaggerate. But a lot of people go there. So that hits close to home for her. And the truth will never be said about what happened to that poor woman.
Let's get closer to the camera, because I want to bring something to this crowd right here, guys. And I know you're looking at this video. You probably, if you make it this far, you are a true supporter, and we appreciate your support. I want to make a comment and a question to you guys. We know that the concert was country music, bunch of white people.
Right.
You haven't seen no riots. You haven't seen nothing crazy in America. What if? I'm gonna stop it right there.
Right.
What if?
Yeah. And it's convenient that it would be a white lone gun nut. It's always a lone nut.
Yeah.
They never have any help except for Columbine. every mass shooting in the United States, this was different. This was like a fucking, I wouldn't even qualify it as that. It was a terrorist attack.
It was.
Okay, it was a psyop. I wouldn't call it a false flag. It was a psychological operation because of what happens after the fact. But every single time, it's always one person. Why? No one ever gets any help. There's never any facilitation of any kind. It's just like, what? You got to be fucking kidding me. You know. So anyway, what he said is accurate. It's very convenient because now, okay, white people are murdering each other. There was even some asshole that said that it was community outreach because the perp was, the suspect was white, and so that he was just outreaching to his fellow white, right, leaning. They're the country music concert, let's face it. Yeah. They tend to be Trump supporters. I mean, it's just reality. So we can speculate all we want, but he hit the nail right on the head. And who knows who was involved?
Now, to broaden the question, what if this white guy from the whatever
Mesquite,
hotel,
Nevada, which is fucking nowhere.
What about if the concert wasn't no country music and it was Puff Daddy or Kanye West, and then there were X amount of Americans of color dead? We won't be here right now. It will be chaos. It will be riots. It will be government over, crazy.
If hands up, don't shoot can paralyze a Midwestern city like St. Louis based on lies and false testimony from a witness, not even testimony, he just said it on fucking TV, he's absolutely right. And shootings do happen at rap concerts and shit like that. We already know that. But they're not like anything like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and we wouldn't want that to happen.
No, ever.
Yeah. So the point is that, it's a really disturbing situation. It's a week on, and we're sitting here talking about it. So it really is current events. It's not something that just happened.
I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock, went to work, my first job, came here. If 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're still talking about it because it really affects us as Americans.
Chucker, just real quick, whatever, like you kind of got sucked into that, probably trying to go home or whatever. But what other information have you come across online that you think really should give people pause to question what exactly happened? Like, what do you think?
I think we all covered it already.
Okay.
Just looked staged. One white dude, they supposedly say.
Right. With no muzzle flashes coming from the 32nd floor at all.
Too.
All right.
Sounded different than they say.
Right.
Also.
You got the sheriff.
Our governor wants to ban pump stocks now. The government might have done it just to ban more.
Well, that's the idea, and to create a police state. I got another angle on it. I'll go into it. Not what happened, but what'll happen as a result. This is called full spectrum dominance. They'll do something and they will create multiple solutions, like stories of a building, to go after guns, create more security in Vegas, so it's like a fucking airport. So there's back scanner, a TSA people everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they'll broaden that. So when something like this happens, they use it for multiple reasons, just like 9/11.
Anyway, guys, Tucker, we're gonna say thank you for being part of the video. I know you're sacrificing right here. It's kind of cool. Thank you so much, guys. I will put on the description below.
That's the star right there, man.
Tucker's Instagram, so you can follow him.
Today Photography.
Oh,
hey,
one more time.
Today Photography with
Boom.
you.
Right.
Okay.
So this guy's a photographic expert.
We're gonna bring you to do
this guy.
to our next thing on probably Friday or Saturday.
We don't always do it like this, but we're running out of bars to go to. Yeah.